go, Darren. Roll. Rolling. Sled it.
Yeah. Yeah. I take a glance.
I wanted something that was going to be complex. Even though it's a short film, I wanted my characters to have more depth. I wanted them to be complex. I wanted them to be jaded. I wanted them to have issues. And I wanted to still be able to capture all that in a short format. And I wanted it to be challenging.
The first thing that attracted me to the film was just the script, and also just his transformation. It was something that I was interested in, and like how he started out as this person that was a monogamous man, and then just through life, through what happened in his life and through situations, he became a man who was like, I'm afraid of anything that means I'm about to be with one woman.
Call it what you like. I like to call it looking for Miss Right while having fun with Mrs. Wrong.
And so just what that meant. And then when we got to the end of the script, I was like, whoo, this nice.
I was attracted to the character London and how she goes through a transition. And, you know, a lot of times we see stories of these strong, powerful women, and I love that London had this redemption quality. You know, she went through this period of, you know, going through these things with her past, and she held on to it, but, you know, at first sight you wouldn't know. You know, she's like this, she has it together, and then in the end you see, wow, she's really human like the rest of us. So I appreciated that.
First thing I did, I locked down the script. I rewrote the script at least like maybe 20 times. I don't know. It was a lot of time.
It boiled down to, you know, at the core of everything, you know, what is your story about? And he started telling me about people, you know, making bets and stakes, and he was like, that's it, stakes. And I'm like, yeah, that's it. And we just kind of rode with it, and, you know, 30 rewrites later, you know, we got a nice product.
I wanted to make a really good short film. Just as the title states, I have some things at stake with this film also. When people see it, I want them to see me as a competent director. I want them to see my crew as professional and creative.
This was my first like true lead in like a film. I've done a lot of theater, I've done a lot of films, but it was the first one where I was like being called to do photo shoots in LA, and just the excitement behind all of that was amazing for me.
I called him up, I was like, yo, it's going down. And then he was like, oh, it's going down. I'm like, it's going down. So I was like, he was like, man, you lying. You know how people don't believe you lying. I'm like, okay. Gmail. I sent him the script. He hit me back. Oh man, I like it, man. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying?
Look at that, man. Yeah. That's how we do it around here. Look at the ring. Straight from JC Penney.
London, Latrice McNeil, will you marry me?
One day I was like, who is gonna be his co-star? Who is gonna fit the role of London? And I just started searching for people and going through my database that I have and like networking with people and things. And one day I was just on the internet just browsing through short films and stuff, and I ran across this short film, and it was this young lady named Adjordi.
Apparently, I was scouted. There was a project that I did that was online. Man, it was a short film that I did years ago, and I was contacted on Facebook, hit me up like saying that there was a project that he was considering me for. He was, you know, working on it. He was in his last year of film school and wanted me to be a part of it.
When she opened up her mouth, I was like, that's it. That's who's gonna play the role of London, because her voice commanded a certain presence that I wanted out of the character London.
I deserve that, but look, I promise I'm gonna make it right. Can you just tell me where he is? Please, Danny. Danny, please. I have to talk to him right now. Just tell me where he is.
From the moment she opened her mouth and delivered her lines, I knew right then that she was gonna play the role of London.
You know, he sent me the reel, and he was like, man, I want her, but I've been trying to get in touch with her, and I can't get in touch with her. And I was like, you know, don't worry about it, I'll take care of this.
I got the script and I liked it, but my number had changed. So the producer, Tony, had been trying to contact me and been leaving me messages, but my number had changed, so I wasn't getting any of the messages, which is funny because when I finally got in contact with Tony, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I would love to be a part of the project.
So, took me a few days, but I finally got in touch with her, and I called him back, and, I let him know he had a conference call with her. And I think she was going to be really inclined to doing the project. I told her it'd be a pretty good fit for her, and ultimately they talked on the phone, and it was a sealed deal.
Day 3, gym scene, running behind. Bobby asking me questions. Cameraman fussing at me. DP walking around in circles like, come on, hurry this shit up. Makeup artist giving me the makeup talk. And they say, And they say I'm giving director talk. Produce over there producing nothing. Look at him, turn around. See that shit? Trying to act like he looking busy. He not busy. On the phone probably talking to your girlfriend. I wanted to use a lot of people from my hometown, which is Birmingham, Alabama, because I always said I wanted to go back there and shoot my film also. Only because I wanted to paint it in a different light. And if you're from Birmingham, you know what it means to say you're from Birmingham, and you know like how the city is for real. And I wanted my film to paint a picture of what people really don't see from Birmingham all the time, which is successful, young, urban America. And I wanted my characters, I wanted them to be flawed, but I still wanted them to be educated. So that's how I built my characters, and I just went out for those specific people. I already had people in mind. So when you see the talent in this film, you would think maybe they're in LA or wherever. They're from Birmingham, and they're talented from Birmingham. That's what I wanted the world to see.
This was my first time ever stepping foot in Alabama, and I thought it was gonna be like really country and really just like, you hear stories, you're thinking like, okay, it's gonna be like that, but it was very metro, and it was amazing. I love the city. It was good to be out of LA because I'm, originally from LA. So going to Alabama, feeling the vibe of the city, being around the natives, people from Alabama who are so warm. It was like a great working environment because it was like a family. I felt like everyone on set worked and vibed together. So just being in that city, I think, brought that energy there.
I want you more than ever. Ain't nothing better than the two of us together. I need
The privilege of having a rehearsal was, I think it made all the difference for us filming later, because I got to meet the person that I was going to be interacting with. We also got to work with the director firsthand. And so we built that rapport right then and there of how B. Mason works, how Azure Day, how she worked, how I worked. Everybody got to see what was going on, which made later possible.
The rehearsals were great. I got so much out of it. I thought that we reached new levels with the characters. I think we reached new understandings. And, Toby and I really were able to play. And that's really what I appreciated too, working on this project, was that both of us were able to really play and bring the natural essence, there. And I think rehearsals help with that. You feel more comfortable. And it was no joke. I mean, Brandon had us there. We were going in.
Hey, what's up? B. Mason, we here with my boy Kevin Brown, owner of Extreme Fitness. He let me come in and straight trash his place, but we're putting it back together, man. Much love to this dude right here, man. He came through for me big time. Awesome location. Y'all check him out, man. My homeboy, frat brother, all that good stuff, man. Hey, out of here. One more location for the night and we gone. Stakes was not an easy process, period. You have a lot of filmmakers who get on and say, oh, yeah, it was easy, we had a great time. And nah, it was a headache. It's still a headache now. We still got to promote it. We still got to get it in the festivals. We still got to pray that people understand it and like it.
The camaraderie on set was amazing. Like, just from hair and makeup to wardrobe to eating food with people, we had a good time.
I don't think we had any real challenges. I think that this was a really great organized set, really great cast. I mean, there were no attitudes, there were no divas, there were no people thinking they were better. Everyone just meshed together. Everybody did their part. So I can't say there were too many challenges, which is a good thing.
I think what I want people to grasp from this film is that everybody deserves a second chance, but you have to be transparent to receive that second chance.
No matter what, he didn't give up. You know, he had something that was good, and it kind of left for a time. However, you just don't know over the years what will come back if you have faith. I think it's a film about faith and trusting, and also a film about honesty and being honest with yourself from the jump. You know, because all of us have whatever our past is, and if we deal with that and not bring that past into whatever we're going with, you know, you'll be able to grow a lot.
I want them to see my promotion as outgoing, especially for a short film, because I already have had critics say, why are you doing so much for that short film? And I saw the cover for your film, but I thought it was a feature. And I was like, okay, well, guess what? That's great, because that's exactly what I wanted.
Nah, man, I wouldn't change anything, and I don't regret anything that we did. I guess if I did have to do it again, I want this to be a feature, man.